It was election night in New York City, and we asked the people who they were voting for and why.
One voter and one potential voter on the street here. Who would you have voted for in this election and why?
I probably would have voted for Cuomo because I've seen what he's done for the city. He has a good resume, and I probably would have just basically gone off that. I like what he's done, and I would have want to continue to see him do great things. Pretty much.
I did vote for Cuomo because Mamdani's policies, his economic policies, he doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Freeze the rent is not a real policy that will work. It's actually going to decrease the amount of rental properties available. So I think he doesn't know what he's talking about. And that's why I voted Cuomo. I know Cuomo's got a lot of issues, but I think Mamdani's definitely worse for the city.
Any thoughts on Sliwa?
I love Sliwa. Is that how you pronounce it?
I might be saying that wrong.
He's a real New Yorker. He's the real New Yorker. Cuomo's not a real New Yorker. Mamdani's definitely not a real New Yorker. Sliwa is the most real New Yorker of there is. If he could win, I mean, I don't even know anything about his policies. I just know he's a real New Yorker, and a real New Yorker should be mayor, in theory.
All right, who did you vote for and why?
I personally voted for Curtis Sliwa. Thing about Cuomo is he's already had his chance against Mamdani, and he had his chance as the governor of New York, totally killed everyone's grannies, and then made up fake numbers about COVID, and then wrote a book on how well that he did. So I'm not one to settle. I voted for Curtis Sliwa. He's a real New Yorker, cares about New Yorkers, cares about public safety, so I voted for Curtis Sliwa.
What policies are you hoping Sliwa would enact?
Well, I'm hoping he hires more police, and I'm hoping he helps get homeless off the streets. As well, I think I saw that Mamdani wants to freeze the rent. Not sure how that would work. Wants to make buses free. They're already $3. If you want to make buses free, I don't know who's paying for that. But in terms of Curtis Sliwa, wants to, again, hire more police, wants to make more affordable housing, so on and so forth. So, again, I'm not one to settle. I voted for Curtis Sliwa. Cuomo had his chance twice, and I voted for Curtis Sliwa.
Tell us who you voted for here and why.
I voted for Zohran Mamdani. And I voted for him specifically because this is a rare instance for me, whereas I feel as though I'm actually voting for someone rather than simply against an opposition. And his campaign has been such a beautiful celebration of the possibility of political joy. Something that I feel we have been very starved of in the political landscape for several years. It's something that I think a lot of young people my age, have not seen a lot of in their time. And I think it signals a kind of political landscape shift where people are willing to take grassroots organized movements and really see them through and follow through on common sense policies that make sense for the betterment of other people. And I think especially when you put it into comparison of who he is up against, I think Zohran is the clear choice for me.
And which of his policies helped you choose this vote tonight?
Affordability is a very big one. I am someone who was fortunate enough to be born and raised here in New York City, but I still have difficulty our city being more affordable and that being the leading platform that he is on. I think it's a very appealing one to be on.
President Trump has threatened to send in the National Guard, for example, or at least Cuomo claims that,
Right.
if the election didn't go his way tonight. What's your response to that?
Well, we know that Trump is going to do precisely what he wants to do as he is going to want to do, but I think the counter response that Zohran's entire organization and his campaign has brought about has led to a lot of people reveling in the possibility of banding together. And I think there is, for this brief instance, like a very big emphasis on togetherness and building. And I feel as though we are in the throes of an authoritarian rise on a national scale. And I feel as though community is a big answer to the authoritarian threat. And so I don't know what we are going to do, what the exact answer is on how we resist the powers of fascism, but I do believe that community is a big part of that solution.
And let's say, and a lot of the markets are calling this over, Mamdani will be our new mayor. What's your response to that? How are you feeling about it? Are you excited? Is it a new day? Are you proud to be a New Yorker?
Absolutely. I think it's been so long since I've experienced the possibility of putting aside like the inevitability of being burned by a politician, and I've really let myself experience hope for the first time in a long time. And so I should really hope that if we are fortunate enough to have Zohran in office, that he will be able to deliver on the things that he promises.